Hi everyone, this is Crystal School of Skill Bead Artistry classes. Yeah, we've been away for quite some time now, but we're back. Today I'll be teaching you on a very beautiful necklace. I call it prismatic right angle weave, but I'm not gonna weave everything completely, so it's gonna just be like um, a beaded tube, but using prismatic right angle weave. And this jewelry, I am making it into a project that will be lushy, quite large, like Nigerian beaded jewelries for traditional weddings and African weddings or photo shoot, anything. So these are the sample of the balls. This I made with gemstones, angel skin coral, and red angel skin, and this is crystal, bronze crystals. So for the demo, I'm going to be using, okay, to start, we're going to thread in 7 beads. Seven beads, and you knot your thread. You can knot like 3 to 4 times, but I just knotted 3 times. You know, there are some people that they really have to knot and knot and knot and knot, but it's okay. I knotted 3 times. So knot your thread, and then we're going to pick 3 beads. If you are still confused about this technique, I think you should first of all watch our videos on right angle weave before you get back to this video, because this is a higher level of the regular right angle weave, you know. So if you already know how to make jewelry with right angle weave, then you can work on this. Now we'll pick 3 beads. 3. Go back in from where your thread was coming out from. I mean the opposite direction where your thread came out from. Go back the opposite direction. Pass your needle through 2 beads. As you enter through the opposite direction, pass your needle through 2 beads. Cinch it tight. Ensure you cinch your thread tight to avoid some loose thread or sagging beads. Then pick 2 beads. Now you enter through one arm of the cross. As you can see, I call those cross. Pass through one side of the cross, then pass through 1 bead and then to the next bead, meaning we're passing through 3 beads. Tighten your work, and as always, if you already know about right angle weave, we are gonna pick 2. We'll continue to pick 2 until we are done. We'll get to the end. So pass through one arm of the cross, then through another bead, and then to the very next. We always pass through 3 beads. Cinch your work. As always, we pick 2. Pass through one arm of the cross, then through 1 bead, and then to the very next bead. As always, we'll pick 2 beads, pass through one arm of the cross, and then to the next bead, and then to the very next. As always, we'll pass through 3. Yeah, it's getting clearer. As always, we pick 2 beads, 2 beads. Holes are really small. Then we'll pass through one arm of the cross, then the very next bead, and then the very next. That's 3 beads. If you're confused, just rewind. And that's what we'll continue to do to the end of the bead. And now we've gotten to the end. What do? You just bring up your needle, you pass through the bottom, threading your needle and come up, and then pick just one and go back into one arm of the cross, then back through the bottom, then come up through the next bead. Like I said before, if you're confused about this technique, I think you should really go back and watch our video on right angle weave. And this is exactly what we'll continue to do until the end of the tube, until you get your desired length. I made mine 3 times. Will I call it 3 deckings? Yeah, 3. So when you get to the end and you've added your 1, now you're going to go through round. You're going to go through with your needle round to cinch your work to ensure you have a perfect tube. So pass through all the beads. If you can pick 2, 3, 4, however long your needle can pick, how much your needle can pick, go ahead. Pick all the beads and pass through all of them right round. And when you cinch it, whoa, you have a perfect tube already. And we're going to build on this, just exact the same thing, the exact things we did from the beginning by picking 3 beads. Then the rest of them will be 2 beads, 2 beads, 2 beads until we get to the end. And as we get to the end, as always, it's remaining just 1. So now go ahead and pick your 3 beads. If you're confused in any way, feel free to rewind this and go back, because we are doing exact same thing to the end of the project, or until you get to your desired length. Like I told you before, mine was just 3 decks. 3. You can decide to make yours longer, your tubes longer or shorter. So as always, we pick 3 beads, pass through the bead where we're coming from, and now we pick 2 beads and do exact same thing. Pass through one arm of the cross, go through the bottom, and then to the very next bead. To pass through the cross, and then the very next bead, and then the very next bead. We always pass through 3. It's really getting tough right now. And this is the exact same thing we're going to do until we get to the end of the bead, and we'll pick one and cinch, and we have 2 decks. Remember to subscribe and like our videos, and if you have any questions, feel free to drop it, and we'll continually improve to serve you better. And then also stalk us on Instagram and on Facebook, crystalconcept.africancharm. Then our Instagram handle is at the African Charm. Our jewelry handle is Jewelries by Crystal. And you can feel free to criticize, tell us what you'd love to see, and ask your questions. Everything I just said will be in the description box. So now we are at the very top, the end. I like I told you, I made 3 decks. This is the 3rd one, and after this I'm gonna put my bead cap off camera, so as not to waste your time, because the bead cap is open. It has lots of holes, so you just cover it and threading your needle. You cover it and stitch it in, and you have a lovely tube. Okay, this is actually the last one. We're gonna pick one, go back through the next arm of the cross at the opposite direction, then go back through under the bottom cross, then now we'll go up through the other arm of the cross right there. Yeah, go up and you have a perfect tube. Thank you so much for watching. This is the final look. I really appreciate you and have a lovely day. Bye.